Here we go. So welcome to the 5th Newcomers tournament, Group C, Game 2. We have Philandras, Ian, Zero, and Starswap here with me. We have Morgan, and I'm
Hello.
Hello. So what do you see?
Well, there's a couple of good spots. Nomad's possibility. I think I'd probably go Nomad, to be honest. Scavenger, maybe. Waters all seems to be concentrated in the bottom right-hand corner. There is a couple of little patches, but I don't know. Scavenger or Nomad, I think. Offworld prices. Water looks like it. Sorry, food looks like it's going to be a pretty decent launch.
So Stars went for a Nomad. Fine choice.
He needs to put his second one down, hopefully next to some aluminium.
I can't agree with Zero's fine. Yep, up top where the aluminum is. That's nice. Decided Jokerman. Ian went for expensive. Interesting.
Kind of not near anything.
Yeah, I mean, why not just move just to the southeast a bit, so that you're at least too close to the aluminum.
Yeah, or just crush some aluminium.
Yeah.
I don't know, they're really tight though. I can see why you did it, but
yeah.
Maybe go next to something. Like the very least, as you said, go next to the aluminium down the bottom.
I like the robotic fine. Not to start though, going for power when power is 23.
Black market is online.
That's not very nice.
Who's going for power, did you say?
Let's see.
Oh yes.
Philandras?
Philandras.
Yeah.
That's a real AI move, isn't it?
Yeah, it's typical new player mistake, going for power and steel. He's way better off just go for 2 steel and 1 high iron. And get to the second level, grab some water, and then go into food. Don't have to worry about power all that much, adapt that all that much.
Yeah, Stasis will do reasonably well. Get a little bit of water down, got his silicon sorted. If he plays his cards right, electronics are reasonably cheap, so he could probably get a good start going. Hopefully we'll see 2 food out of him, 2 glass. That's bad, no, I don't agree with that. That should have been 2 food.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the price of food.
Well,
he's got water.
You could just grab more water and then connect up the water with food, but just 3 cream, right? So 1 more water and then 2 food, that would be a perfect.
Yeah.
You opt for 2 glass, I can't agree with that either.
Zero going for a glass. Oh, did he go for this originally? He went for a greenhouse farm.
Yeah, he went for a medium water first and then 2 greenhouse farms. I can't agree with that.
Well, it's yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he would have been a better served with 1 medium water, 1 low water, and then 1 farm if he wants to go that route. Then he can sell out the water more, and then sell that food. On the next level, he can grab more water, and then move into more food, I suppose. Either way, I don't think it's a very good find because he's not near any iron, and that's just gonna make his life a lot more difficult.
Yeah, Philandras has decided to have a remote farm along with a water pump, which is not the best idea. So both of these robot players are potentially going to be falling behind. Both Ian and Stasis have both made it to HQ level 3. Ian chugging along quite nicely, got his steel sorted. A little low on iron, but that's cheap. Some aluminium going as well, and some farms, so I expect Ian to do reasonably well from that. Stasis looking similar. Gone into the glass, which I said is a mistake. Get some power down as well, which would be nice.
Yeah. This is a pretty good claim for Ian, 16k. You could later transition to win later on if needed.
It's a good little
claim. Yeah.
It's close as well, isn't it? So always good to have a place claim like that.
And with the shortage on aluminum, let's just make it suited.
Yeah, it's a nice little pickup for him.
Yeah.
16, not too much. He needs to watch his debt though. I don't know if he's got any power.
Interestingly, Zero decided to get aggressive. and put 1 stock into status.
Yeah, that's a mistake this early. He needs to all the money he needs to keep his money to upgrade.
Yeah, and he also needs to turn on auto sell for his food, because everyone's making food. You want to sell at the highest price as possible, and that's by you can do that by auto selling.
So dust storm on the way. That's not going to help anybody's farms.
It will help with some long wind turbines out there. There are like 2 or 3 wind turbines just being fairly lonely.
Yeah, we only seem to have 1 little wind turbine there for 0. Geothermal for stasis. Ian doesn't need. Oh, he's got a geothermal there as well. So everyone's chugging along quite nicely, except of course for 0. He's going to find it difficult to upgrade with no access to steel or iron or anything. Have to see what his plan is.
So once the dust storm hit, food will be losing the money. And I think it's time to get. Well, it's going to be difficult for him to transition as well, because he's not making steel. I don't know what Zero's plan is then. Maybe she can sell out his stock just to get level up.
I think he should. He needs to sell the share he's got in Stasis and the share he bought himself.
Yeah.
And that will give him just about enough to upgrade. And then he needs to seriously get into some iron and some steel. But we shall see.
Milking on iron to make steel even more difficult. I'm not sure that's the right move. I mean, it makes sense for startups to do it, but for Zero to do it, it would just only make your life more difficult.
How could one refuse such a wonderful plot of land?
Oh, it's a pretty nice tile, 30% boost. Zero should really back off of this one. He doesn't have the cash to use the crane, and getting yourself in debt won't help you much.
Congratulations.
So Ian, despite being inexpensive, he gets to let skill 4 first. Very nice. What I would like to see out of Philandra is more iron and steel. That would make a lot more money than just a single tile of water and food. Seems like we have lost Morgan. Yeah, it seems like we lost Morgan. Seems like Morgan just got disconnected. So I guess I'll carry on by myself, and he'll join me when he's back online. No, so Stars managed to get to HQ 4. There's really the reason for him not to connect up the water. Connect the water with some reactors and then finish off with another water. And as with all newcomers tournament, the black market tends to be underused. Like even Ian has been playing for some time, so technically still in the newcomers tournament. There's a group of 4-5k. There's no reason not to protect your water, for example, or your Prestone. Philandra got the teleportation. It's an okay pickup. I mean, like he's not, other than the carbon, he's shipping quite a long way. So Zero keeps on buying into himself. I'm not sure that's the best course of action. You really want to make the steel, and try to upgrade as soon as possible. I mean, if you don't upgrade now, you might as well get dead anyways, right? Defending yourself now just delays the inevitable. Extra crane for 28k. That's a decent price for it. You can always cook the book to fix the that, so it's okay.
Let's get our science on.
应该开始了 for 182, still alright, not the best. I should really change this cam into something else, like reactors, for example. Like, we got the steel, so there's no reason to be stingy on transitions. Like, we got... Hey Morgan?
The black market is online. Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
I can't really hear you, Morgan. Anyways, so I'll try to focus on the game a bit more. Status in HQ4. Return a water crane. I guess with 600 water it makes sense. And again, like I would like him to see them trying to connect the water. We'll save some shipping, save some pirate, save some mineral storm. And you can always transition to tower into production towers instead. So instead of the medium and low water, he's going for the high and medium water. Is it really worth it? I wonder, and especially with 600 crane, 600 water and storage, right? Is it really necessary to make the switch? Okay, Phalandra does some in depth. That's okay. So instead of, again, like if he just mine more iron, he will be making a lot more. So there's the X button that you can check out for more the profitability of buildings. In nuking the high iron, that's a nice move by him. He can always get into more iron here, and if necessary, he can change them into power. Oh, stream die. So Morgan stream die. I see why. A optimization center option for 24k. That's a very reasonable price for it, with cam being not being too expensive. And you get some bonus.
A robotics HQ has been upgraded.
Very reasonable price for it. Cam being too expensive.
The black market is open for business.
The dust storm is coming. Zero had been staying on water and food for a very long time, and the longer you wait, the more expensive the stuff upgraded materials will be. It's just gonna be harder for you to upgrade. So try to focus on upgrading instead of defending yourself. Upgrading will be just gonna be
pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
So Phalandra is moving into more electronics. I mean, even if electronics is really high price, right? Iron and steel just make a lot more. I mean, even if electronics is really high price, iron and steel just a lot more. 2 reactors. A sabotage by Ian. 3 work race. What Ian should do now is to either buy up his own stuff and pay down some debt. And Silas Web, right? His black market cooldown is on, and he could just pick up a cooked book for 5k. then that will kind of solve that problem. I think then that will kind of solve that problem. Interesting that Ian decided to go for starters instead of go for Zero instead of starters. Zero won't be making you much money just because of how his territory set up. So I can't agree with this move. Zero won't be making you because of how his territory set up. He might be better off just buying more himself and pay off some debt and then try to get some cheap starters got start. Since starters is obviously the main threat.
Let the bidding begin.
Trying to get cheap starters got start. Starters is obviously the threat. Cold fusion is pretty worthless since F1 is overproducing power.
Sold. Our methods continue to improve.
And I like starters is investing into optimizations. You really need that as a nomad to go up against someone like an expensive with more claims than you. With auto optimizations, you'll feel really stuck at school 3. School 5. And you should also look at the Offworld. Offworld is not bad. Offworld is not bad, 40k per launch, and it only costs him 74k. So in 2 launches, starters can start earning money from Offworld launches. Fine to Ian, that's nice. In 2 launches, starters. So Philandra went into an Offworld. So unlike the nomads who use silicon to build an Offworld, Philandra has to use steel, and steel has a really high price, and he's not even making enough of it to. Philandra has to use steel, and steel has a really high price to recover the cost. So again, he really should make more steel instead of electronics. I think Ian managed to get into C depth before getting the D depth hit, so that's very nice. But starters, I think he stayed at D, so it's just gonna be more depth for him. Again, Cook the Book is still available. I mean, you can't use any of these, right? Might as well just buy Cook the Book. Again, still available. So Ian decided to get out of Zero stock. Sensible move and move into starters. So Ian decided
engineers have advanced our production.
Zero stock. Sensible move into starters. So Ian is 75% to buyout. This should be Ian's game. Remember, Cook the Book, 60k, it's really cheap. So Ian is 75% to buyout. Oh, making a lot of money off glass. And he overcoming in carbon, I guess. Like there's a high carbon here and high carbon here. And he overcoming in carbon, high carbon,
New land is available for auction.
That's a pretty nice spot for President, especially for Ian who has virtual reality. So Ian should get the claim for something like 24, maybe 30.
Congratulations.
So, and 12k is just too cheap. A steel shortage coming up for Ian. That's very nice. And 12k.
Our methods continue to improve. Price manipulations to begin shortly.
Buy into your shortage. That's very key. Quite often I forgot to do that myself. Buy into your shortage. That's very key. Quite often I forgot to do that myself. One thing I want to point out is where you want to build your wind turbines. Like, power doesn't cost you to ship. Like, doesn't cost much to ship. I mean, you don't. It doesn't cost anything to ship power. So you want to put your power kind of close to you, but maybe also put it somewhere that can be more valuable to you. So instead of these 2 tiles here, you can put his wind turbine over here. You can always change it into water or aluminum when if he needs more water or aluminum. So Ian bought starters. you can try to get the achievement for 2v2 player. I don't think you can use this game anymore. And you just have to need to be quick enough to buy out everyone. I don't think buying Zero is a great idea. I mean, Zero is not that much more. It's not that much cheaper than Philandra, and Philandra has an Offworld, which could be a threat. And Zero is just a HQ free, you know, and he can't even upgrade with the steel price being that high. So he really should have focused on Philandra with the Offworld instead of Zero. And maybe even turn off one of the carbon. You know, you have more carbon than you need. So just change one of the carbon into solar panel.
Can't let them get this. Bid now before it's too late.
And also, Ian got a nanotech, right? So don't be afraid to use your cranes around. Like reactors making a lot of money. Perhaps change some of your glass into reactors, or even electronics. Since you got carbon scrapping as well. So be more aggressive in your transition since you have nanotech. And remember to use your optimization center. So I wonder if Ian will realize that Philandra is actually a threat and change target. So Zero decided to attack the pressure dome, thinking that it is the hacker ring, and thinking it is the pressure dome. Which is okay for Ian because he wasn't using the hacker ring. A nuke would be very nice. Nuke is 30k, not too cheap. Still okay, just nuke the medium warning. Ian is happy to see this. Zero buy into Philandra. Reactors. There are these with reactors.
The hacker array is finished. Time to change our passwords.
Oh, Zero is very loyal to his food market, and now because he has no money, he can't supply. That's strange. Maybe he doesn't have auto supplies on. But make sure you go to setting and go to options and then gameplay. Turn on auto supply, which is just somewhere around here. Auto supply on. It's very useful.
Available to the highest bidder.
Some black market supplies online. I like it. Extra crane for 29k.
Congratulations.
Alright. More farms. Very nice. And really move on with this class production into reactors. And there we have it. Ian bought Zero. Ian with, Philandra with 2 Offworlds. Where's the second one? Oh, here's building one right here. Interesting. Dynamites are still pretty cheap. Just you can use dynamite as a green popper. I mean, the worst you can do is get one of your Presidome. Just not the end of the world. But it will cost him a lot more to buy a goon or repair his Offworld.
The black market is assembled. Our fortune awaits.
And as always, you can sell out your 2 stocks. That would give you about 160k plus your 300 on hand. That would be enough to buy out Landros. And since time is used as a tiebreaker, that's a pretty good move. And you don't really need to pay it down at the end.
We're not surprised.
The game's about to end anyways.
Disappointed in you.
And if you, and you know, 2k spy, just spy the whole thing out. Don't be stingy. Now you just waited 50k and gave your opponent an EMP to slow you down even more. So an EMP right here or there would work pretty well. Let's grab some iron, and then he will make a lot more money. So aluminum is back to $100. You know, maybe you can change one of the solar panel. I guess one of the aluminum tiles back to solar panel. Solar panels back to aluminum tiles. Oh, GG. So Ian took this one. Very nice. Well done. So just some important tips. You really need the iron and water. As a robot, it's expensive. You need both the iron and the water. So here is possible find a location because you're near the water and you have some iron assets and some aluminum. This is a good location too. You got iron, water, aluminum. This, even with water starting high, right? It's not enough to push you through the upgrades. And don't buy stocks to defend yourself unless you really have to. Focus on upgrading first. And status, I don't know what to say. Focus I think on HQ2 you went to grass and the food, which is a very huge missed opportunity. You have water right next to you and you're not using it. You can just crash the water market, make some food, then you'll be earning a lot more than going to grass. And making grass also help your opponents more than yourself, right? You keep the price of grass up cheap, it will only help the Ian to upgrade faster. That's the charts. Black market. Again, a lot of black. Belandra, took the book, very nice. A lot of black market I used pretty late in the game, like so 4 or 5. There's no reason not to use them. Use them early on too, right? You can really stall out someone. Like for example, Zero only have water and food. If your EMP his production, right, he'll be there for the rest of the game. For 3k, you can take out an opponent. That's a very good deal. And at HK1, you shouldn't go in for 1 power and 1 aluminum. I mean 1 iron, 1 steel. You're way better off to just focus on 1 iron and 2 steel and try to get your upgrade through. Especially when the price of power is at $23. I mean the power has stayed really calm throughout the game. Depth is part of the game, so don't be too afraid of it. And look, Ian got C depth, got over 100k, 150k get depth, and he's the one game. So that's it. Move on to the next game. I'll put a break here.